hearty welcome and a big namaste to you all. Today we discuss on Mars. As Mars advances into its own sign of Aries, it brings about with it a huge burst of energy. It brings about so many beautiful aspects of the sign of Aries, and especially Ashwini Nakshatra, because Mars, like Ashwini Nakshatra, is a swift warrior. Let us have a look as to what this outburst of energy has to say for us. Mars is returning to its own sign after a period of nearly 2 years. Let us see what it brings with it for all of us, for all the Lagnas. Mars in Ashwini from 6 February 2019 to 26 February 2019. For a period of 20 days, Mars is going to be in this sign, and it will bring about a huge amount influx of energy along with it. But before that, let us move into the Ashwini Kumaras. Let us see what these very beautiful young men said to be the physician of the gods have to say for us. The first of the 28 Nakshatras, these two celestial physicians, Natsya and Dasara, are always on the travel. They come across many people, and during their travels, if they see anyone in need of help, they are never behind, or they never even think of not doing the same. This has got them many accolades. This has got them a repute of being one of those few who come to the rescue of everyone and anyone wherever they are called. Whoever is in trouble just needs to remember these two devatas, and they are there on call. They are doctors, and they duly help people, especially the blind and the associate such are always helped by them. Specialists in knowing very, very strong and very beautiful remedial measures which are not known to anybody else. These people, these doctors give the ace medicine if somebody is not well, and moon transits this nakshatra as it is transiting today, person would be cured within the given time. The Ashwini Kumaras, they're a very jovial set of twins, and they have a great sense of humor. So people with stars in this nakshatra, with their planets in this nakshatra, show a great sense of humor and are generally the court jester or pranksters number one. They're very swift in their actions, and they're ready to help people just on the word go. The beauty of them is that not only do they help in solving out marital issues, but they also aid in childbirth. So if anybody is having problems during childbirth, they might as well call the Ashwini Kumars for assistance and trust in them, knowing that they will help them, they will guide the person to the right destination. They are the twins of Surya and Sanjana. This Surya was also known as Martande, and he was married to Sanjana, who was the daughter of Tatswar, who is actually the architect of the universe. Extremely intelligent pair of twins. The young man, both the men look young perpetually. So people who have key planets in this nakshatra always look young. They have the power to bring back the dead to life. They have the ability to make a person look young. Like all young men, these two also love the pomp and show, and they like to hobnob with the rich and the famous. Nevertheless, that does not make them any snob when they are caring for the patients, because when they care for people, they do not see class, creed, or caste. What they actually see is the kind of heart that you call them with, and they're ready to assist you anytime. These people really love to take care of those lonely ladies, of widowers who are in dire need of support. As the golden chariot is in their favored mode of transportation, They are comfortable and wealthy, and they're fond of the fast and furious life. There are many features about these twins that relate with the Mars, making these twins extremely comfortable and inviting to the Mars planet as it moves into their nakshatra. Mars is a swift and agile planet, just like the Ashwini Kumars. It is defined as the warrior planet, a ace strategist, and it is born of Mother Earth. So it is also known as Bhumi Putra. Like the Ashwini Kumars, they are the favorites of their mother. Mars gives proficiency in engineering and technical matters, whereas the Ashwini Kumars give proficiency in secret knowledge and occult knowledge. It makes a person very argumentative and aggressive also. And anger is a flip side, which is also an adverse effect of Mars. When Mars is strong, it represents a very strategic person, or a person who has ability to plan out every move of his life. Mars gives strong desires with an ability to match. The negative effect of Mars could also be arrogance or jealousy. Now, let us move into how Mars would react for every ascendant. Mars for the Ashwini Lagna, for the Aries Lagna, it is the Lagna Lord. It is the Lagna Lord coming back home after a long time. So feeling very relaxed, feeling very happy to be back in its own house, gets another sense of energy, just is back from a good round around the zodiac, is extremely geared up to be safe and secure back to his own house. So the Lagna gains a lot of momentum. Consequently, the person becomes very, very active. And Ashwini and Mars both represent a fast and quick working. So the Lagna Lord shows a great deal of energy and vigor. So it is the time when you will be able to get things done in a very prompt manner. Help will be available to you on tap. As you make your decisions, you need to take heed to revise them at least a couple of times so that you are not hasty. This is something I say that because Mars is hasty and so is Ashwini Lagna people. Ashwini Lagna also has this problem, or rather Ashwini Nakshatra has this problem of being hasty, fast, more than fast, extremely supersonic in its speed. So you people really need to take care, revise your decisions at least a couple of times before you make a head-on. It is a time when you're likely to gain due to others if you're gracious enough to help them in their time of need. It will be returned to you in a bounty, so make sure you help people when they help you. For the bull, that is the Taurus, the 12th Lord in the 12th house depicts a time which is conducive for all the 12th house activities with a lot of energy. It is a time when you are likely to go on a holiday, which will be very enervating for you. It is also a time where you are in a charitable mode and likely to do a lot of good, as your 12th Lord also aspects your 7th house, and it also is the Lord of the 7th house. Partnerships would be good, but you would have to spend on those partnerships. And you are also likely to be enervated because of those partnerships. You are likely to spend money on your spouse and partners. So helping the blind people in such a case will get you a lot of benefit. When we're talking about the Gemini Lagna, it is a time when the 11th house Lord transits its own house. This is a good time for you to make great inroads into your circle of contacts. This is also a time when you're likely to make some gains due to a previous service done. It is also advised that you stay focused about your health. It is a time when getting into heated arguments with your spouse is just not the done thing. Stay away from any acrimony from anyone. Keep your head low, keep a smiling face, but a strategic mind going on, and you will be able to go a great way. Learning to keep the fire under control will go a long way for you. When we are talking about Mars in Ashwini Lagna, when we are talking about Mars in Ashwini for the Cancer Lagna, Mars being the Yoga Karaka represents the 10th house and the 5th house. If you are able to garner energy within you, you're likely to experience one of the luckiest periods for the next year to come. It is a time when your children are likely to show a lot of boisterousness, and yet it will get you a lot of happiness. An active mind as relates to being praised for your abilities and intelligence. Your name and fame is likely to reach a long way, and happiness that you harbored for is something just within your reach. So you're likely to have a lot of fun, energy, enthusiasm, and a lot of good benefits coming your way. Just go for it and have a good period. Enjoy it. For the Leo Lagna, this Mars is the 9th lord and the 4th lord, and it transits the 9th house while aspecting the 4th house of health and happiness. This will make your life so much easy and vigorous. You're likely to be bestowed with unexpected luck. Your good deeds are likely to be recognized and will be rewarded for it. You will also be inclined to move towards religious deeds, and they would bring in happiness to you and your family members from within. This is also a time when elders in the family may show some improvement in health and wellness. So you would also feel secure in that front. As you pray to Lord Hanuman, the obstacles in your life are likely to dissolve and give you a great sense of freedom. When we come to the Virgo Lagna, we find that this is the 6th lord, we find that it is the 3rd lord and the 8th lord transiting the 8th house. So you're likely to face a lot of swift and sometimes challenging changes in your life. It is a time when you're also likely to initiate a lot of changes in your life, and your anger quotient may sometimes go up. So you are likely advised to keep that very much in check. It is time for you to use this Martian energy to develop your skills and competence. Many a times when we can divert one energy to a different channel, then its energy to other areas can be subdued. So if the challenging energies that are going to be presented, if they are used for skill development, the challenges become much less daunting. Diverting this energy towards health would also take away the heat from anger and irritation. It is also time for you to return the borrowed money again to others. There may be some mental trouble that can cause irritation, but as I said earlier, if you can use this very energy to develop your skills, then you will have freed yourself to a lot of exchange, a lot of problems, and you would have should use this energy for exercising, for meditation, and this would bring about a lot of calm and stability in your mind. When we move on to the Libra Lagna, it is time for the 2nd lord and the 7th lord transiting the 7th house, which brings in new opportunities for new partnerships. Partners, both personal and professional, are going to be full of life, and there will be a bustle of activity moving in your life. It is a time when you are likely to enter a new relationship, which will be intense and consuming. There will be a lot of hurry-burry, which is likely to sometimes leave you in a dizzy. Social circuits will be at its peak and will demand your time and attention. For Scorpio, the Lord of the Lagna transits the 6th house and aspects the Lagna. It is a good phase to get all your problems and litigations onto the forefront. As the 6th Lord transits this house, it gives you an opportunity to get all your cases solved or to get them moved in your favor. It is also the time when you should have a strong control over your blood pressure and stay away from any acrimonious behavior. It would do you a lot good if you took care of your bones. Financially, helping a young servant would be in your favor. As you move towards the Sagittarius Lagna, it is the time when you're feeling like one of being on the top of the world. It's your fifth lord returning to the fifth house. So the Purva Punya is at its peak for you. It also aspects the 12th house for you. So you're likely to become very passionate about your hobbies, about moving in the social circuit, about being the life of the party, and your ambitions are also likely to become more and more pronounced. You're also likely to travel, this time more on account of fun and frolic and leisure. Your children may seem to be agitated, but will be raring to go, and this will bring about a lot of achievements for them too. As we move towards the Capricorn Lagna, the 4th Lord and the 11th Lord transits the 4th house. This is a time when educational achievements for students will be important, and if given adequate attention, the students will be able to achieve a lot. So mother and mother-like figures will be a force of inspiration, and home front may be very energetic up to a boisterous level. Your levels of enthusiasm, your levels of happiness as far as your home is concerned would be great, provided you would know how to maintain this level. The 11th house is also a house of activity, in certain amount of exercises, and you will do just great for yourself. As we move on to the Aquarius Lagna, the 3rd Lord and the 10th Lord transits the 3rd house. The time when brothers will play a very significant role in helping you set up your professional front and a good image in front of others. It is also a time when you may work hard towards establishing yourself firmly in your field of action. As the 3rd Lord is transiting your 3rd house, it would energize your spirit and speak that you could now easily impress others and consequently be proved to be an excellent orator. So as you are able to do in a lot of effort, because Mars in the 3rd house, it is representative of the 3rd house, and it does a person great deal of good to have that representative moving there, gives an extra fire to your speech and your ability to garner attention, your ability to be creative. Just make sure that the speech is very much controlled and does not go out of hand, and all will be extra good in your land. Pay heed to the indications that you receive from nature. Yes, nimitta would be a great thing to understand at this time. Finally, for the Pisces Lagna, the 9th Lord and the 2nd Lord transits the 2nd house and also aspects the 9th house. Any changes that you have felt in the last few months and the discomfort due to it will now start showing its meaning, and you will feel enriched and lucky because of it. It is also a time when you're likely to earn a bountiful of not just wealth, but name, fame, and success too. It is a time when you should do some service to the elderly, especially family members. It will serve you as divine blessings, and it will make you much more enriched and very much strong as part of your family member, your wealth, and the studies that you're likely to begin with a great deal of vigor all over again. A regular feature with us, transit this week. The sun of Capricorn now has moved into Aquarius, moon of Pisces moves into Gemini, Mars, Aries remains in Aries but in Ashwini 3 instead of Ashwini 1, and it still gives us enough time to make good use of its qualities in Ashwini. Mercury moves from Aquarius Dhanishta 4 to Satabhishta 4, and Jupiter moves slowly and remains the same in Jeshta, but it moves a few degrees, and it is also adventing very close to moving into the sign of Sagittarius, its very own house. Venus moves from Mula 4 to Purvashara 3, and Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu remain in their own padas. Saturn in Sagittarius, Purvashara 3, Rahu in Punarvasu 4, and Ketu in Uttarashara 2. They are moving, but very, very slowly. This week we have only 2 good days as per the Panchang, that is Thursday and Sunday. Today is Basant Panchami, a day that brings in a lot of good wishes for the students concerned. Today is the day when we worship Mata Saraswati, Devi Saraswati, for her for her to bless us, to give us not just knowledge but intelligence, and to let us have the ability to take up what is right and to let go of what is wrong. For those who would like to take up a consultation, you can always mail me at www.anuradhasharda.com. My email address is anuradha.is@anuradhasharda.com. I have a page on Facebook which is Divine Sciences, and my Twitter posts are every day posted on Anuradha Sharda. That is my Twitter address. I wish you all a very hearty, very beautiful Basant Panchami. May the goddess Saraswati be always with us. May she guide us from darkness to light. Tamsoma Jyotirgamay. Till we meet again, have a nice week. Thank you.